Cat stares at massive hole in the ceiling all night, wondering where it all went wrong. 80-year-old man reflects on life sitting in chair for 80 years. One can only wonder of the wisdom he's accumulated. New trendy cosmetic surgery changes lives. After a surgeon flees country to live new life. I will say, I feel more confidence in myself to make terrible decisions. Studies say watching TV all day is great. More people should do it. Well, there you go, folks. Science approved. Man's plans for tonight ruined after being inconvenienced by terrorists asking to give to charity. Who do these people think they are? I'll donate my fist to your face. Plans to go to space by 2030. Delayed by lack of ambition. We reached out for a comment from the spaceman, but they weren't there. Turns out it was a nightclub. Guy who invented a jetpack selfishly takes it with him in a freak accident. It was unbelievable. I witnessed it. And then I believed it. He could have told us how he made it first. Intense poker game ruined by not having anyone to play with. I invited everyone I knew, which is myself, in a mirror. Well, at least I won $20. Evil villains' takeover plans abandoned after town considered not worth it. Hey, we are worth it. Come back. You might not have stole anything valuable, but you stole our self-esteem. Life savings amounting to $1 found in priceless vase. Wow. You can go on a cruise with that sort of money. Illegally, by climbing into a suitcase. Office worker standing by the water machine for 5 hours insists he's dedicated to the job. And you know what? I believe him. I wish we had a water machine. All we have is some guy who hands us water. But man joins protest, advocating for news anchor to be fired. Hopefully, he steps down. I've never felt so impassioned about an issue in my life since the earlier protest I joined that day against socks and sandals as a fashion choice. Shadow boxing champion defeated by Hernia. We all knew this day was coming. My anniversary of being released from prison, and also the defeat of the reigning shadow boxing champion. Jeff, let's look at a montage of his illustrious athletic career. What an impact he had. False emergency as ambulance called to man doing workout in living room. Luckily, he was okay. Unluckily, he's a terrible dancer. For everyone's sake, please close your curtains, so I don't have to close my eyes. Welcome to Cat News. 10-year mystery that baffled inspector. Solved by locals. Yes, it's the case of a stolen TV. 10 years, Ian has been looking for it. You have to ask yourself, who could have done this? And why didn't he buy a new one by now? But let's not ask any more questions. Is what the inspector said, apparently. But let's look on the bright side. Ian can now watch Cat News. What a lucky guy. The mayor has commissioned a new bridge for unknown reasons. People are talking around the town. Me. And I wonder why the mayor would choose to do this. And why now? Surely it's because he plans to bring in business. After the store that sells left-footed shoes shut down recently, which was awful news, especially since it just came off the back of the store that sells right-footed shoes shutting down. Where am I going to buy shoes now? Some are speculating that he's doing this to escape the town, once and for all. And I'm not going to entertain that thought, because it'd break me. He's done so much for us. Sorry. I need some time alone. And lastly, someone has parked in my parking space. Who would do such a thing? I mean, seriously, we've descended into chaos. Unbelievable. It's a good job I don't have a car. This was Cat News. Thank you. Hi, and welcome to Cat News. The new neighborhood watch is making me uncomfortable. But I can't complain. There hasn't been a crime since they formed. And it's great getting to sleep soundly again at night. The blackout is finally over. That's better. What a terrible week that was. Today's weather? Rain. So be sure to stay inside and think about what you could have been doing. Therapist's controversial interview technique deemed okay by therapy regulator. Snap out of it. It's been called inappropriate. Asking people about their childhood. Yes, it can be difficult, but the therapy regulator says it's essential to get to the bottom of trauma. Well, it's good to have that cleared up. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. This was Cat News. I think my face is swelling, but at least I don't have trauma anymore. Hi, and welcome to Cat News. Chaotic, tragic, unbelievable. Those are just some of the words I'd use to describe this food from the work cafeteria. Look at it. Tastes like concrete. Today's story. There's a traffic jam on the main road that's causing untold mayhem. We go live now with our reporter, while I play Russian roulette with whatever this is. Hi, you are watching me. Yes, we're all going somewhere. Like me, leaving work 1 hour into my shift. And these intrepid commuters. It's the immovable object versus the unstoppable force. Not unlike my desire to go home and this story. Who knows how this could be resolved? Stay tuned. Someone else will keep you updated. Back to the studio. Thank you, whoever you are. You always were our best reporter. That's the end of that story. Let's hope the cafeteria meals get better. Hi, this is Cat Weather. Today we're gonna go over some rules to keep me safe this summer. I prepared some slides. Let's begin. Bees. Awful things. Mosquitoes. Awful. Nature in general. Just stay away from it. Moving on. Enjoying yourself. Don't set up expectations you can't keep. And finally, denim. Wear or tear? That was a trick question. Burn it. Hello. This is Cat News. Dieting. Is it worth it? That's what we're asking today. We've all been there. Blowing out the scales we just bought the day before. Thinking to ourselves how many chips we could have purchased with that money. But there's some bold new thought out there that's sending waves across the nation. What if we didn't diet? I just heard some minds blow out there. And some scales. How far could this go? Surely, it's irresponsible. It's what I was asking myself last night when I was creating this monstrous sandwich. And to answer the question, it was amazing. That's it for today's topic. I'll see you in the kitchen. Then the doctor's office. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And sandwich. I know I will. Hello. This is Cat Weather. It's gonna be sunny today. I wish there was a drum roll there. It'd make things more exciting. But my producer has informed me that this isn't entertainment. To which I say, good point. And secondly, I can't believe you'd say that. So there you have it. If you're not doing cartwheels in joy right now, blame my producer. I'm off to do something fun, like turn the lights off and on. I'm having the time of my life. Hi, this is Cat News, and I'm having an identity crisis. More on that later. There's a sale on at the local mall this week, and crowds are practically knocking down their doors. Amidst all the excitement of buying a new ironing board, we need to think about consumerism. Is it bad? Is it good? Well, today we're gonna find out. as we've sent our amazing deals reporter to cover the story. Coming up in the next segment. Hi, and welcome to Cat Weather. You just caught me putting my hair down on this relaxing summer day. It's going to be very hot today if you wear a sweater, so I recommend you didn't. And be sure to have a nice swim. Not in the Atlantic Ocean though. I'm not being sued again. Thank you for not suing. Hi, it's me, Derek, and I still have this job for some reason. Today we're talking about consumerism, and we're not just talking about it. We're shouting about it, because it's wrong. No one needs a rotisserie chicken. You're not Henry VIII. Actually, they might need that. People should be spending more time with their families. And I don't mean shopping together. Go share some stories around the fire, while you roast a rotisserie chicken you bought earlier, in your lesser moments. We've fallen so far as a nation. It makes me sick. Back to the studio. I'm right there with you, Derek. I'll see you in aisle 5. Join us next time on Cat News. I should have bought a new chair. I've been standing for 2 years now. Man who said TV hasn't been entertaining in decades finally turns on TV. I wonder if he'll change his mind. Coming up in the next segment, the TV industry has collapsed after a long, painful decline. Stay tuned. Please, I'm begging you. I'm speaking to you right now. Man relives childhood getting stuck in water slide. We've got an update and it looks like he's going to be stuck in there for a further 2 days, as one of the firemen has ate the emergency butter. Hi, and welcome to Cat Weather. I've got good news, and I've got bad news. The bad news is that a tornado's coming, so put your belonging under the table, as demonstrated. An image there as an example. Okay, now for the good news. I'm about to take the bus out of town. So I'll see you when the tornado's over. Thanks for watching. A new study has been released that's calculated that 1 billion hours of life have been wasted over the last 10 years on the phone to customer support. And that's just for one person. And our final story. My toast is ready. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.